Hello, everyone. I'm Kiko, and I have been on a high raw vegan diet for over 21 years. And today, I wanted to share my recent test result that some people were asking me about. So, here you go. So, I went to see a doctor about 2 weeks ago. I'll get the exact date now, but this was a dermatologist, and I haven't seen the dermatologist in a long time because it's been pretty good. And the last time I went, I think I've mentioned that was when I was living in California. So that was about 30 years ago. I had too much sun. I was at the beach and I wasn't protecting. I don't put any sunscreen. So I was getting some dry patches. And then I realized that I was getting some irritated skin. And then I went to see a dermatologist when I was living in San Diego. But ever since then, I don't think I've ever seen the dermatologist, and I didn't I was trying to, I had some issues when I was living in New York. And yeah, ever since I became raw vegan, the situation was under control. So I never had to go back. However, a few weeks ago, I started to have major flare-ups on my skin. And it was very uncomfortable. And I have been on a fully raw vegan diet pretty much this year. So I went to Taiwan in the beginning of January. And then so first or second week, since the second week of January, I have been on a fully raw vegan diet, except I think one time I was at the restaurant, vegan restaurant in March. But aside from that, I have been pretty much fully raw vegan. And this has been probably the longest I have been on fully raw vegan diet. One of the main reasons was that socially, being fully raw vegan, especially when I'm traveling, wasn't reasonable. So I have eaten out for plant-based option. And then this year I wanted to commit and see how I feel, being on a fully raw vegan diet. And then recent months, I have been very careful, like, checking to see how I feel, and adjusting if needed. And then I noticed around March, my skin started to get not itchy so much, but I started to get some dry spots on my hands. And I thought, that's kind of strange because my skin was just great. Except when I was in Taiwan, because I was eating some cooked food there. I got some itchy skin, and then when I shifted back to fully raw, I was feeling just fine. So so starting from March, I thought that it's gonna go away. I was paying attention to what I eat, and lots of greens and fruits and sprouts. And then that dry skin started to get itchy. I started to have some intense irritation, maybe around June. Then I said, well, okay, I adjusted some the way I eat. So I started to focus more on omega-3 fatty acids, including flax or chia seeds. But it didn't improve for some reason. So when I had a major flare-ups weeks ago, I went to see a dermatologist. So anyway, I wanted to share the results here because I have the test results. Let's see. Okay, so I got 2 pages of this is allergy test results. And it's all in Japanese, but it was tested on 25th August for atopic, so eczema. And the thing I was tested positive was birch. So on the top left, you would see 3. I'm trying to see it. So birch, the result came out 3. So it's clear that I have birch allergy. Now, actually, I just remember now that I went to see an allergy specialist when I was living in France, Paris, because with the climate change, my skin was so dry and I was getting so irritated when I was living in Paris. Then the test result came out that I do have allergy to birch, but I didn't have any symptoms. Like I didn't have sneezing or, I mean, at least not a major allergy reaction. So, and when I go hiking or hiking in the forest near Paris, and they had lots of birch trees, but I didn't, even if I'm close or touch the tree, I didn't have an immediate reaction. So I thought, okay, maybe it's not active and not something to be worried about. Then my husband, because I was having a skin flare-up, he said, oh, maybe that birch allergy, what I'm more sensitive is to protein, like similar proteins found in veggies and fruits. So that's why I got tested again on some of the food that I eat. You would see on the top left, the third one on the white line, where it says 0, that's soy. That's soy, and it says 0. And I will explain a little more in the next page. That's quite interesting. And then I tested strawberries, sesame, and then buckwheat. But it came out, the strawberry and sesame came out 0, so I didn't react. But buckwheat came out 1, which was surprising to me because buckwheat, I know it's something, if I have allergy, it's probably buckwheat. That's the only thing that I know of since I was child that I am allergic to. How do I know it? It's because when I was growing up, that was the only thing that I didn't feel comfortable eating. So in Japan, we have this custom to eat buckwheat noodle the night before the New Year's, and it's a custom to have a long live, and everyone eats the buckwheat noodle. But I've been skipping because I just didn't feel good or I didn't like it, and I thought it was just the preference. And then when I had a buckwheat crepe when I was living in New York, I had a huge allergy reaction. I didn't call the ambulance, but it was the stomach, the cramp on my stomach was so severe. Felt like my stomach was like upside down, and I just couldn't move for hours. I was just in pain for hours and hours, and eventually it went away by next morning. But if I felt it was quite dangerous, and I had some buckwheat crepes when I was living in Paris as well. I was paying attention, but I did feel discomfort. So I knew that there was some kind of allergy reaction with buckwheat. But so anyway, it came out 1. So my doctor said that's nothing major. And then the next one is, it says 1 again is, so it's next to 0.61. I don't know. So apple, it says 1. And I never noticed any kind of sign from eating apples. But then there's kiwi, which came out 0, mango 0, it's negative, banana negative, and it says here pear, but like European pear came out 2. And then another one was peach. So peach and European pear came out 2. And then the last one is like psyllium related that came out 0. So my husband and I discussed about this, and okay, let me show you another, the last paper, because they're the next paper is, I think, quite interesting. So so my result on soy came out 0, but she tested on GLIM4, which is a protein found in soy, and I came out positive too for soy. So what my doctor explained was basically what it means is that I can tolerate cooked soy, so like natto or tofu, yuba, but soy milk, she said that it's not cooked well enough. I don't know, I mean, soy milk is cooked, but she said that I would probably have more issues with soy milk than other soy products. And I do think it's true, because when I went to lunch, when I went out on lunch in March, it was a vegan restaurant. I felt good whatever they served on vegan, and I don't know if they even use oil. I mean, it was very healthy, whole food, plant-based, and most of the veggies that they prepare are coming from their garden. Is all organic, naturally, harvested. So, but at the end, I had soy latte, and I didn't feel good at all. So I know that whenever I drank soy milk, I had like a upset stomach. So that might be what she was explaining. So, okay, so with this result, sorry, it's all in Japanese, I get, and it's not that easy to understand, but I just wanted to share the results and, what am I doing? So it's quite interesting because I'm raw vegan. I have been fully raw vegan pretty much this year. And I've never done such a long period of time fully raw vegan. So as I mentioned, the only time I ate cooked food, vegan food, plant-based food, was in first week of January in Taiwan, and one time in whole food plant-based vegan restaurant. And yeah, I just wanted to try and see how I feel. And even though I am committing and, putting whole food, raw vegan based diet, I started to have more skin issues than before. So now, how do we interpret this? It's not this allergy that I'm experiencing. It's much better now because after going to see a dermatologist, I felt she gave me, well, actually before I went to see her, I took the antihistamine pill, and that just one pill. I just took one pill and it calmed down the flare up. So that helped. And then I also got steroid cream. It's very light, and I use it when I feel like my skin needs to be repaired a bit faster. So that has been great. And so few things that I could mention here. It's as I mentioned, I am allergic to pear and peach, and of course I didn't do all the tests, and I might be allergic. What we found out actually based on research on internet, if I'm allergic to birch pollen, birch has this protein that's very close to many of the fruits from springtime to now. So like whatever I was eating, I found out that I'm allergic to, like kiwi, plume, nectarine, peaches. I mean, this year we had such a great fruit year, and I do think we ate, between my husband and I, we ate more fruits than regular years. And for me, because I have been focusing on staying raw this year, I ate more fruits. So it might be that, as this test result indicated, that I am allergic to quite a few fruits. So that was interesting, but at the same time quite frustrating because those are the fruits that I get most of my calories with. So that was that. And another factor that's important here is that I actually, I've talked about this quite a few times, but because I have adenomyosis, which is about 12 which was about 12 centimeter thickness, and I had a heavy period, and I almost died last year, losing too much blood, and I didn't want to take a pill. So I was trying to see if there's a way to recover with this raw vegan diet or any kind of fasting. And I didn't see any kind of sign getting improved, that issues being improved. And I have hoped that this time again, focusing, and I have also tried on Dr. Brooke Goldner's protocol, which is close to 8 tablespoons of omega-3 fatty acids. So that's including flax seeds and chia seeds. I have been also including flaxseed oil. Yeah, I've been adjusting quite a bit. But the fact that this allergy still continues, like I am, like my hands are in a much better condition now, but I still get some bumps or like dry patches. Yeah, just yeah. I mean, it's nothing compared to 2 3 weeks ago, but this afternoon, just having my huge salad, I was feeling so frustrated because my main focus is to eat well, eat the food that I think, uh, which, which anti-inflammatory food with lots of omega-3 fatty acids and lots of crucified vegetables. I've been eating a lot of cabbage and kale. I've been doing sprouts at home as well. So like also the condiments, I have been staying away from like fermented foods. So, like natto, I haven't been eating, and I've been just doing something very simple like salt, turmeric, and black pepper. And I was still having some skin issues. So it's been very frustrating. And as I was preparing for my husband's lunch, I made him mashed potato with carrots. When I cooked it, it was smelling so good. And I mixed with curry powder, and I was like, oh, I really want to eat this. I felt like eating it, but I didn't even taste it because I, um, yeah, I wanted to see, I didn't want to just eat something because I see it in front of me. I want to eat it strategically, or mindfully. Like, does my body look for it? And I questioned myself a few times, and I said, no, it's not worth it. Let's just wait. I might eat cooked food tomorrow, even this evening, but this evening, no. It's already 5:30, and I stopped eating around 5 o'clock already. So I don't think I would eat any cooked food today. But I might eat cooked food tomorrow. But because my purpose and focus is not necessarily staying fully raw. I do think I would stay high raw for the rest of my life. That's my belief. I will stay vegan for the rest of my life. That's for sure. But I my focus is to feel great. I feel to have vitality with a great energy and all that. And I'm not attached to raw vegan diet. So having said that, I also want to share what was kind of confusing. So when I was eating, fully raw this year, I felt great. Like I had a very minor like ups and down emotionally because when I eat cooked food or when I eat out, especially, I feel so like moody after, and I feel heavy, and I feel like I need to do some detox, and I haven't been feeling that much. So I had a very like minor mood swing, but this year has been very very tough. I had lots and lots of challenging issues coming up, and one of it was my father passing in May. I had I had an accident. I had two accidents, and it turned out to be very complicated with the third party. It was a bit of a mess this year, but I wanted to stay focused and stay raw because I know with my experience that I feel the best. So regardless of the hard time that I've gone through, I remained raw. And I was happy that I've done that. I'm very, very proud of it as well. So besides from the skin issues that I had, I felt excellent. Like, yeah, my energy was so amazing. I felt, when I wake up, I was ready to go. And yeah, so I thought that skin issue was just a temporary thing and it would just go away, but it didn't. It just persisted. And that's why I took this allergy test. I When I have more time, I'm gonna go see a doctor, a dermatologist, and then specialist, like allergy specialist, because this test result give me some signs, but it doesn't. It's not so helpful. It could be a lot more complicated than this. Like as I mentioned, my husband helped me understand it, that the protein found in birch is so similar. It's not the same, but it's so similar to so many fruits, especially this time of the year. So, yeah, I need to see a dermatologist. And had it been in France, it would have been much easier because they have many specialists. I think in the States as well, they have many specialists. But here in Japan, they don't specialize, or there's not too many allergy specialists in Japan. And more importantly, in France and I think in the States as well, they offer these how do you call it? In French, it's I know the word, but basically it's instead of taking antihistamine every time, or when I think that I would have this attack, it's I can take the pill, but it's not treating the root cause. And what my husband said is that they can do in France, what they do is that they work with this specific test result and work with the allergy that I have. And then over the span of 2 to 3 years, you can gradually work your ways up so that you no longer have this kind of allergy. So yeah, my dermatologist doctor, she told me that we don't do this yet here in Japan. So, but my husband did find a doctor, allergy specialist in Osaka. So when I have a little more time, I would go see him. So what else I wanted to share? Again, I didn't, ever since I became raw vegan, I didn't have a very strong allergy. I do admit that, though, that when I was living in Paris, I did eat quite a bit of gluten, and I felt that my allergies, like seasonal pollen allergies, were coming back, but it was very minor. But this year, it has been very, very strong. Like I had very itchy eyes. My eyes were getting red because I would just, scratch. And my nose were running, especially from March to April. And it was around the same time my skin was getting worse. So, yeah. I just wanted to share this result because, well, I want to be transparent, and I also hope that, well, I do believe that there will be someone who might be inspired to get the test and not just rely on one method. Like for me, raw vegan, when I started raw vegan diet, I felt so fantastic that I thought, this diet would cure everything. And it turned out to be that's not the case. It has helped so much, and that's one of the reasons I'm staying still with this diet. But yeah. So hormonal imbalance is another thing, right? That I'm gonna go see a gynecologist. I have a appointment on this in 2 days, and my period came back after the 10 months, and yeah, it's since yesterday I've been experiencing a very heavy period. So yeah, that could all relate to hormonal imbalance and my skin condition. Yeah, I think again the skin flare-up came out. The severe skin flare started around 1 month ago or so, but I had seen the signs since gradually from March, and around June I started to see the bumps around the shoulders. I mean, lots of it. It wasn't that visible, but I thought this is kind of strange. Like I never really had bumps, like so many bumps coming on my shoulders. But I kind of neglected it because I felt amazing. I had so much energy, and I had a great, I was in a great mood, all that. So, yeah. Again, I find it. The way you look at this thing, there's so many ways to look at this test results, and what I'm going through is, it's sort of a bad luck being a raw vegan. I'm allergic to most of the fruits here in Japan. But at the same time, this test result is very interesting because, as I mentioned, one of the reasons that I have not been fully raw, I have been high raw vegan for over 21 years, but I haven't been fully raw. And one reason was social setting, and another social and convenience. But another reason was that when I tried fully raw, my skin didn't improve. My skin condition, like eczema, didn't improve. So intentionally, I started to include cooked food. Yeah, so it's, I've been always adjusting my food, the way I eat, but it might be exciting because this test result might tell why I didn't feel great, like my skin condition didn't completely cure. But I have to say, I do have the moments that, my skin is completely clear. I have no bumps or, dry spots or, itchy skins. Like there are times I have a completely perfect skin, but it comes back time to time, and it was so random that I couldn't figure it out. So again, this test result might be very exciting test results for me to discover what it is that I'm going through. So I hope that makes sense what I was trying to share. Yeah, I think that's what I wanted to share. And about the hormonal imbalance, I will share with another time to go into the detail. I would like to share as much as possible so that some people might be benefiting from my information. I don't want anyone to suffer, not even my enemy. So I'm doing my best to share as much as possible. Again, I am staying fully raw at the moment because I feel great this way, and I want to see, you know, if it changes a lot. I might adjust soon with my diet because being fully raw or high raw, depending on how I do it, I may not see a huge difference. So anyway, I hope I was able to share interesting information for you. And if you have any questions, please let me know. Again, this YouTube channel, I'm not doing it for a living. I'm just doing it out of my passion for a raw vegan diet and also out of passion to help others. I do not believe raw vegan diet is a perfect diet for everyone, but I think this could help some people to see the different way of living. I do think that my quality of life has improved tremendously being on this diet. So yeah, I'm not doing this to make any money. I'm actually losing money because I pay money to subscription for me to be able to share on Facebook and Instagram at the same time, and to be able to record in case there's something wrong goes on. So I would very much appreciate, if you could comment, or if you like the message that I shared, or if you're going through the same thing, please let me know. I would love to learn from you. And don't hesitate to contact me if you want more information, or if you think that I should be doing different way on this YouTube. I will try to incorporate and improve, even though this is not my work. I like to improve every single day. So thank you everyone for joining. There are some people who has joined, and I really appreciate your support. So within 20 minutes or so, I am going to be live with Sachi, and that's going to be in Japanese. Every week we connect and we share about raw vegan lifestyle here in Japan. So that would be in Japanese, but if you want to learn Japanese, come join me. If you understand Japanese, please come and join me. Not too many people comment on Japanese emission, so I would very much appreciate if you can and share your journey as well. Okay, that's it from me today. So today I just shared the allergy test results, and I will keep you updated if I get more test results, and whatever, I am doing something new. Okay, so I hope you're well, and see you soon.